All right, let's go. 135 pounds. State of Ohio Girls High School Wrestling brought to you by Barbarian Apparel. Conquer the impossible. 135 pounds on paper is pretty much top two and then the rest. Now, I don't mean to disrespect three through the rest, but I do see a significant drop off after two and definitely after the top eight. Okay. The reason is we've got 6 returning state qualifiers, which means there's 10 newbies to this. Doesn't mean anything, stuff can't happen. But as far as ranking goes and things I'm looking at on paper, I think it's the top 2, and I do think 3 through 8 can do some damage in this bracket. So let me just dive into it. At number 1, you have Abigail Mosden from Alliance. She's your number 1 ranked wrestler. She's a senior. So this will be the 4th time she's been to the state tournament. She's placed twice of those 3 times she's been there. She took 8th in 2023. She took 3rd last year at 130 pounds. Okay, she's nationally ranked number 28. All right. She has some significant wins that are important that I'll get into in a minute after I name the rest of the field. Number 2, Brooklyn Whited from Logan. She's a freshman. Now, although she's not a returning state place winner, she's legit. And I'll tell you why I think that it's those 2 and then a small gap between number 3, Gwen Matt, who is a veteran as well. She's a senior. She is a 2-time state qualifier, 1-time state place winner. Didn't qualify last year due to injury. She sees herself back at the shot. I think she's a legitimate contender. Don't get me wrong. Between her, Kiera Depinet from Seneca East, who's the sophomore returning state place winner, took 4th last year at 135 pounds. So this weight class, Depinet is a returning state place winner. She's ranked number 4. She took 4th last year. Okay, so she's legit as well. So is Triplet from Cleveland Central Catholic, the junior. She didn't qualify last year. She's a 1-time state place winner from 2 years ago. She took 8th at 140 pounds. Okay, she's ranked number 5. Ranked number 6, Chloe Tompkins from Olentangy Orange, a junior. She's a 2-time state qualifier, hasn't placed, so this will be the 3rd time she sees herself in the state tournament. Legit wrestler and has grown tremendously through the years. That's your top 6. All right. Now we see a newcomer, a freshman from Harrison, Halen Littleton at number 7. And then we go back to a senior veteran from Marysville, Addie Lyon, at number 8. Now, Addie, as I mentioned, a senior from Marysville, is now returning to the state tournament for the 3rd time. She placed last year at 135. She placed 7th. All right. Rounding out the top 10 is Serenity Ulmer Ernest from Fairborn. She's number 9. Welcome to the Schottenstein Center. She's a district runner-up. Cecilia Gilliam from Nordonia is number 10, and she's also a sophomore. Welcome to the Shot. So let me go back to what I'm talking about here at the top. Mosden is going to be the favorite along with Whited. Now, the cool thing about that is they're split, okay? So I do believe that those 2 are going to be sitting in the finals. I said this in other videos leading up to this. It doesn't matter what I say. That's what wrestling's all about. What I say doesn't matter. It's just what I'm thinking out loud. That's why people wrestle. Anything can happen. I've seen it. This is, I don't know what year I'm going on, being in the Schottenstein Center, close to a decade, not quite. But I've seen crazy things happen there. So the point is, don't listen to what I'm saying. On paper, Mosden Whited are the ones to watch. Nationally ranked Abigail Mosden, number 28. Now here's why I think there's a big difference. She tech falls 22-6 Depinet in the district finals. Depinet is ranked number 4. So she techs number 4. Number 1, 4. She techs her. She also beat Linda Gibbs in the state tournament last year. Gibbs is at a different weight this year. But she takes 3rd at Ironman. She beats Antonio, who's up at a different weight. 4-2, and she beats Tompkins by pin at 135. Okay, so again, Tompkins is at 6. So Mosden has wins over Depanet by tech fall, and Tompkins, the Depanet's at 4, and Chloe Tompkins at 6 by pin. So there's that spread we're talking about. Whited has the same thing now. Whited, the freshman from Logan, she has tech falled Lyon, who's down at 8, who I really like better than the 8. I like Lyon to make the semifinals, believe it or not. I do. I like her make the semifinals. She has tech falled her, the freshman from Logan, in the district final 16-1. She also pinned Tompkins in the district semifinals, okay, number 6. And she majored Gwen Matt at the Watkins tournament. So Gwen Matt, who's ranked right below her at number 3, she majored her. So there's that spread we're talking about, okay? So that's what I think is going to be putting these two, Mosden and Whitehead, on a collision course. That doesn't mean, I just got done telling you, it doesn't mean I'm right. I'm going to be right. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. But it also doesn't mean that this is just going to go scratch weight and you can go to the concession stand and not worry about watching this. I've got some matches for you to watch here, okay? So opening round, and this is going to be a test for Lyon, who I like, but she's going to be tested when she has Halen Littleton from Harrison. Opening round, bout number 506. It's going to be on mat number 8. You want to watch this, and here's why. Littleton, hang on here. Where'd she go? Okay, that's going to be one to watch because they're so closely ranked. You got Lyon at 8, and you got Littleton at 7. Okay, so those two are ones to watch there to open up the tournament. The next round is going to be the quarterfinals. If things go scratch, I've got Depanet versus Matt, Gwen Matt versus Depanet. That's going to be your number 3 versus in Matt and versus the number 4 in the quarterfinals. That's about 983. And that's going to be on mat number 1. Okay, so that's a quarterfinal matchup. Whoever wins that has the privilege of taking on the aforementioned Brooklyn Whitehead from Logan, who I believe is going to end up in the finals there. So enough said about 135. That's the preview brought to you by Barbarian Apparel.